Hey friends, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We are halfway through the week. Woohoo! Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments and to tell me where you're watching from. I'm live in 2 locations this evening, so if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person is probably watching from a different platform. And if at any time during this video you like what you see and you think others should see it, please feel free to tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. And also, if you wouldn't mind sharing the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube where you have permission to do so. Hit that thumbs up button, hit those heart buttons, turn on your notifications, subscribe, follow, do whatever your current platform wants you to do. Not only does that help my channel get seen by new people, but it also tells the algorithm of your platform that you like this kind of content, and it will start putting more crafty, creative content into your feed. So we both benefit from that. So I thank you very much. And with that, let's go ahead and go to our comments. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door, and we will go ahead and flip the camera as more people join in. So tonight we are going to use the size C Hello Spring patterns. So I'm going to use the Hello Spring. I'm going to use the lines. I might use this, but I don't think so. I did pick out some other patterns that I might choose instead of that one. Move these out of the way, so we'll just put this one to the side. I'm tempted to use, so I'm going to put Hello Spring at the top. My lines are going to go towards the middle, so I'm looking at a pattern for the bottom. I can't decide whether to do chickens, little chicks, or I'm actually leaning towards this egg pattern, but I would have to repeat it. So here, here, and here. So I'm kind of thinking this pattern, and You probably haven't seen this type of surface in a really long time. These are the OG 18-inch boutique rounds. It is double-sided. It is completely reusable. This is one of my most favorite surfaces. Probably right behind the metal version of this, which I don't know if I ever even had one of those, but I always wanted one and I didn't get one. But these have been retired for a long time. So I did happen to buy out a local former Couture designer. So I have maybe 3 or 4 of these still in the package that will be for sale this weekend at my vendor event. Or if you're interested, you can always put round in the comments in the video, and I will send you a message with some buying options. If you're not local to me, you could purchase it and pay for shipping, that kind of thing. So just put round in the comments if you are interested. Otherwise, you can come to the vendor event if you're local to me and perhaps purchase one. My other thought with Hello Spring and the lines was to borrow the florals from this C-sized transfer, which you could also just use the whole transfer the way it is. It would look super cute. So I can't decide if on the bottom, if I should. I really like this one. It would be super tedious to do. Hello, Miss Bonita. You're not late. You're good. She said she had a grandson's birthday supper tonight. Yum. And she says she loves the black round. So I'm either leaning towards the florals in this one or the eggs. My only hesitancy with the eggs is that in 2 weeks it will no longer be Easter, but I guess technically eggs can be springy. This would be more evergreen for spring. Because here, let me show you my colors. I'm going to do white for Hello Spring. And I pulled out Sea Glass, Lime Sorbet, and mine is Ballet Slipper, but you could use Marvelous, which I have linked below. I might try to find a yellow. I think, let's find a yellow after I drop everything. And you can also use Storm. So I found a Sunnyside. I'm not even for sure if that's a current color. So here's what we got. So here's what we have. Sorry. Bonita's pointing toward the florals. These, I want to use different colors, of course. So this one, I think this transfer would lend itself to using additional colors easier. This one would be super tedious. This one would be okay. I just don't know. It's going to be more black background than it would be color. So I'm thinking this for the text. Yeah, Bonita says yes, the bigger florals. And then I could also add in taffy. Sunnyside's a bit dark. I wished I had I guess I could lighten the yellow. These are just a bit darker than I would prefer. That one's definitely too dark. And then I could maybe do the stripes in Storm. I could paint the inside of the big flowers with my color palette. However, we were supposed to get ice cream the other night and I went too long and we didn't get ice cream. So I'm thinking I want to make it a little shorter and not paint anything in tonight so I can go get ice cream. I know, totally selfish, but I'm thinking I want to go for that. This one would be super cute, but it's not quite what I had in mind. And I think the chickens would be cute too, but that's just a bit. I do want to do, maybe we'll do this on a different surface. So I think we'll go with that. No. Benita says, well then, let's do the egg. Jason says, go long if you need to. We can get ice cream tomorrow. We can get ice cream tonight and tomorrow. Priorities. Okay. So let's do our thing. Because these are reusable. They're reusable over and over and over again. Even after they lose their sticky, they're still mostly usable because they're reusable and we need to return it back to its carrier sheet. I'm going to write Hello Spring Patterns on the back. And I'm also going to go, I'm going to put Hello Spring. I'm going to put lines just so I know where everything kind of goes. Dots and florals. Okay. I sometimes do that too. And then we'll do the same thing for this one. This one's called Egg Hunt Pattern. Benita says, yes, ice cream both days. Amen, sister. Egg Hunt Patterns. Okay, so because I've written on the back, when I'm done cleaning these with water and a board eraser, and I've let them air dry for about 20 minutes or overnight, depending on whichever comes first, I know that the transfer needs to be returned to this side, not this side. Okie doke. Also, this one does not have suggested cut lines, but just so that I don't have to wield the whole transfer, I'm going to score mine, I think. I'm definitely going to separate at least to this part. And I'm just going to gently go in between. I'll probably have to do some placement tape just to kind of help me with edges. I'm going to go ahead and do this way. You can totally leave yours all one piece, but I just didn't want to have to deal with the Hello Spring when I'm trying to do the lines, or worry about this if I'm doing the Hello Spring up there. Okay. And because this is a true OG boutique surface, I should not have to fuzz. So we'll see. Wonder where one of my mats is. This mat. I was trying to remember what I did with my other mats to help me measure. I have no clue. Does that surprise anybody? Oh well, we may just have to wing it. I don't know where my other self-healing mats are. Oh well, we're just gonna guess. So I'd kind of like to get it straight is my only concern. I'm trying to find my self-healing mats that are longer. I don't know what I did with them. Oh, where could my healing mats be? Oh, I found them. Note to self, keep one nearby. Okay, I found it. This is going to help me a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to line it up. So 9 is the middle. Just trying to decide how much. I think that'll work right there. So if I line this up, oops, with roughly with the 9, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use some sticky tape. So I'm going to use this side of my 9 line and that side. So that should be pretty much even. So I don't know if my cut line is even. So I'm going to hang the design off the edge a little bit. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight because these lines aren't perfectly straight. I just didn't want my line to go like that. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Is that better? And I think we can move that now. Okay, doke. Now we're ready. Actually that matches. I still think this is taffy's a little bit dark. So is sunny side, but I'm afraid Storm is going to be too dark on black. So I think I'm going to use we're going to use taffy here. I think. Let me get a bigger one. I think. The nice thing is with these boutique surfaces, if I don't like it, I can take it off easy peasy with water. I wish they would bring more of these back. Not necessarily this large of a round, although I do love it. I would love this one back, but just more of the actual reusable boutique surfaces. So I've just dipped my small squeegee into my taffy paste. I need to be pretty aware of my edge down here, although because it's a boutique surface, I could easily wash it off if I go over, which is another benefit to these boutique surfaces. Which, speaking of boutique surfaces, if you are a Perks or a designer and you submit a, whew, good thing that tape was there, a $25 order, while supplies last, you can get a 9x12 everyday frame, which is a boutique surface. And I know that everyday frame is way more than $25. So you're getting quite the bargain. Ugh. I'm just going to park that right there for just a skosh. I just want to dry this edge a little bit. And I probably shouldn't have gone all the way to the edge because now I'm going to have a weird line in the middle, but where these ended, I just want to dry these a little bit. Mainly right there. And then I'm going to place my transfer back down. This may not be, I'm not expecting perfection. This is probably going to be, I'm probably going to have a weird line from where they meet. And I don't know if it's a repeating pattern, so they may not meet up very well. But we're going to make the best of it. I think there's going to be enough color everywhere else that hopefully your eye won't be drawn to that spot. Okay. It's not quite as dark right there as it probably should be. It's not terrible. Okay, so let's put that back there. Just gently. And then we'll throw that out. I got most of it off. It's like, why is there paste on the ground? I forgot I dumped a bunch. Oopsie. Okay, we're going to clean up a little bit. I can reuse this if I need to. That way I have less to clean up later. Okay. And I think we can remove that. My only wish is that it didn't have this large slat, and that because I prefer two hanging holes just because of how I hang my fabric tassel, but we'll get that done. We'll get it figured out. It's crazy to think that spring is in 2 days. And that it's supposed to be 90 here on Saturday. Where are they? Okay, now let's bring in Hello Spring. I think we'll do that don't know whether to do it off. I guess I think maybe we'll do it off center. That way will it look weird to do it off center, so I can hang a fabric tassel right here? Will that look weird? I think that's fairly even. Jason says that's cool looking. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way. No, off center is fine if you're going to make a tassel or a bow. Yep, yes ma'am. Okay, so I think we're just going to do plain bright white. We're going to get some on our squeegee. I'm still using the small squeegee. It's so weird that that one's called the small squeegee, but I guess since the other one is the mini. Need to be mindful of my edge of my design, but I also need to be mindful that I need to get the tips and the toes of my letters, because I have a tendency to, I've got some bubbles in there. I have a tendency to miss the tips and the toes. So I'm just evening out my squeegee lines. And I'm going to pull up slowly. That way, if I have missed any spots, I can lay it down. It comes off like butter on these boutique surfaces. I so need to bring more back. I'm just laying it on my carrier sheet until I can get to the sink, which I might do really quick since I'm done with that part of the transfer. I'm going to go put this in my sink in a tub, and then I'm just going to spray it down with a little bit of water to keep the paste wet so that it's easier to clean later. Hold on just a moment. Okay. Fun. This brings me back to the early days. Okay. So we use those two colors. So now let's bring in our egg transfer. I'm just covering that up. I've saved a bunch of little backer sheet pieces. So I'm just going to try to protect my where I've already pasted. And I've got it shiny side up so that if I lay this transfer down, oh, you dingbat. I bet I forgot to try that. Oh, well, I'll fix that later. I totally forgot to dry that. I just assumed it would be dry by now. And I boo-booed. Oh, well, I'll fix it. That was some juicy white. Bummer summer. Well, I had the best of intentions. Okay. Dingbat. Just gonna gently lay that one there. Okay, that should work. Okay, so now let's bring in our egg hunt pattern. And I'm going to put this part of the backer sheet underneath here so that the bottom hangy part doesn't stick to my table. I don't have very big pieces, but I think I'm going to be able to get away with that. Okay. Okay. Hopefully this works. It may not. It may have worked in theory, but I don't know if it's going to work. We'll make it work. I think I want to move this one down just a skosh. Okay, sorry. So maybe if I drop a kind of line. Okay. And it doesn't have to be straight-ish, because it's all kind of cattywampus anyway. Okay. Ugh, that was a bit too much. Okay. Let's let's get out lime sorbet, and I'm going to kind of do these greenery pieces, like this greenery piece, this one, that one. This actually looks like lime sorbet. It looks yummy. So I may have to do some pasting and pulling. Ideally, this would have been great if it was a 12 by 18 pattern, but that's why I liked that welcome, the florals on the welcome, but yeah, I wanted something a little more beefy in design like this, because just cuts. Okay. Let's do that. And we'll get out pink. Okay. Let's see if we can get this big one done, and then we'll peel it up a little bit. Okay. Now I need to peel this up just because I don't want that paste. I've got it held down here with my finger. It's just barely hanging on that that edge. May not be fully dry yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put it down. Kind of burnish where I haven't pasted. Okay, let's get sunny side out. I also still need to use some blue. So I've got these two flowers. This one I'll go ahead and do that pink. Then I thought I could do these little guys yellow. So let's get sea glass out. And we'll do these two. Well, I'll do the tops of these flowers, and then we'll do the bottom part in lime sorbet, since that's the stem. And then get some more lime sorbet and do the stem. course, about now is when I'm thinking, you know, I'm not really saving any time. I probably could have painted. Okay, let's go ahead and pull those flowers up. And then I think I'll just alternate the colors that I've used and paint the eggs. Those will just be one solid color. I could get fancy and get out a paintbrush, and I keep forgetting you can kind of chalk with a paintbrush. Okay, yellow, sunny side. This is a little brighter than I would prefer, but actually, let's just use a tiny squeegee. God bless you, Jason. He sneezed. I think I'm just, well, it's going to look weird, but I'm just going to do all these yellow. I probably should have done the stem in sea glass, but it's going to be kind of hard to do that. This paste is a little thicker, so I probably need to pull it up really quick. So can I keep my finger down? That looks pretty. Got a little bit of yellow. In my sea glass. Wait. Am I supposed to do the whole thing? It kind of turned green. Okay, burnish that. Burnish the eggs. I still have a few more flowers that I missed. More than I thought. I may have to wash this transfer before I do the next section. I may have to take an intermission and wash my transfer. Okay, let's pull those up and dry those. It's looking pretty. Okay, this one. A few little bubbles in it. Okay, so this one has a lot of pink. I don't have a lot of blue either, so maybe this or sea glass. So maybe this egg should be, I do have it right there, but I only have it in the 2 spots. And wherever it is, it's going to be it's going to be by a blue already. But because there's not a lot of blue over here, and maybe we do more than one sea glass egg. We could even bring back the white, but that might look kind of funky to do a white egg. I don't know. Oh, Jason. Oh, don't worry about sneezing. I don't have a problem with that. Let's do lime sherbet or lime sorbet here. And since the lines are pretty skinny, I'm just going to keep using my multi-tool for this one. This multi-tool is a little hard to do in like these larger open areas. That's why I pulled out a little mini cut down squeegee. But with these thinner lines, it's not too bad. And then I think we'll do, because there's yellow here, we'll do this one pink, which is, I'm using Ballet Slipper, but you could use Marvelous, you could use Peony if you have it. It is currently out of stock right now. You could use Peachy Keen. If you only have like a dark pink like Raspberry Sorbet, you could add white to it if you wanted a pastel. You could probably even add Storm to it. To make it lighter. And then we'll do this one, Sunny Side. I need to add some Wada to my Sunny Side. Ooh, about got a little carried away there. And after I've done all the bottom section, I may have to go into some of these points and add different elements. Okay, let me, I got a mess. Let me clean up just a skosh so I can move some things out of the way so that I can clean the transfer and we can get it dried and redo it again. Oh boy, this is going to end up, I should have just painted. I forgot. I should have just done the chickens in yellow and have been done with it. but I do think this is super pretty. I just always forget how, yeah. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Let's put this to the side and hope I don't start a big avalanche. Let me get a fuzz cloth out. Actually, I may not have to yet. Forgot I have a whole other side. Dummy. Let's see if I can get very far. Actually, if I stick that like that, I don't really want that egg. I don't want that egg cut off. So let's stick. Stick that there. I'm not gonna, gotta be careful not to paste. I can at least get a few more elements on here before I have to wash it. I'm gonna cover that flower. I don't want anything cut off up here. I'm not kind of into that right now on this particular design. So I'm putting stuff here so that it visually tells me, reminds me not to paste there, because your girl will forget. I don't know if I'll get up there, but again, I might forget. I don't mind this stuff being cut off, but for some reason tonight, I don't want any of the top elements cut off. Okay, so let's start over. So I can do this one. Do that one. I might try this one. We'll see what happens. Sometimes you can get a decent second generation paste if you wiped it off really well the first time. Okay, I think that's good. It's a little lighter on that one, but that's not terrible. Okay, I think I'm done with that color for right now. So then we'll come in with pink, your color of your pink of choice. That's all I can get done of that one until we wash. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, I forgot a pink one. I see it, and then I gotta peel it. Ah, hurry, hurry, hurry. So I don't want my paste to dry in my silk screen, because when I go to do this and peel it up, it will peel the paste with the silk screen, which is exactly what happened right there with that green stem. I must not have gotten it all pulled up all the way, so it peeled up some of the paste. But everything's fixable. I'm not worried. Sea glass. Just about forgot this little guy down here. Okay. And let's peel that up. You don't necessarily have to dry it when you peel it up. You just need to release I need to move that one. Okay, I think that's all I can do for now, at least on the flowers. And then we'll drop that back down, and we can get 2 of these eggs. I definitely don't want yellow there. I don't want pink there. So it really needs to be sea glass or lime sorbet, even though they're right next to it as well, but it can't be helped. I probably should have been adding some taffy down. Is that the color? But I didn't want to. Okay, so I've got that egg done. Oh, and then I have this egg down here. I forgot. This one I could do yellow or sunny side. And then we got that one. And I think I'm going to call it after this. I'm going to do, I think I'll do the rest of it and the bow. And then I need to fix all the white stuff off camera because I've had you on here long enough. And I want to go get some ice cream. And I don't want to get ice cream at 9:30 at night, or even at 9 at night. This one's going to have to be lime sorbet. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. This looks like a hot mess right now, but I promise you, I think it's going to look cute. If you are a Perks member, you got $10 added to your Design Dollar account yesterday for St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to Perks members. Also, we had a launch yesterday, a smaller launch of the Simple Life collection. And if you, another Perks member or another Perks exclusive that dropped yesterday was if you submit a $25 order as a Perks member or designer, you can get a free everyday 9x12 frame. It's a free gift with purchase with a $25 order or more, which that frame itself is over a $25 value. The color of the month struggle bus is still available. However, it is selling out quickly. So if you have not unlocked the ability to purchase that with the $75 order, don't forget to do that. That is looking super cute, if I do say so myself. I really like it. So then if I want to, I can come into some of these bare spots and add more elements. That just went together seamlessly. So I'll need to fix my white boo-boos a little bit where I put my backer sheet things down too soon. And then here's what the bottom looks like so far. So I'll still need to wash my transfer, let it dry, and then I can finish out this area. I'll fix my white, and then these are the fabrics that I picked out to do the bow or the fabric tassel. I had this, but I think that might be too dark. But I think those are some of the colors. I might try to find a yellow, a soft yellow. Jason says, wow, love it. I hate to tell you, it's going to go to work. I don't have anything on my door at work, so I think it's going to go there. But yeah, I think it turned out super cute. So with that, let's Let me flip the camera and I can show it to you. So far, what it looks like head on. That looks super cute. Perfect. Even though it was a little tedious and I probably still should have just painted the other one, I do like it and it is exactly what I had in mind. So I'm glad we picked that one. Bonita says she's loving it. Perfect. Okie doke. I'm going to hop off for the evening. If you're local to me, don't forget Saturday. There's a vendor event Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the mall. So go check out the vendors and small businesses that are going to be set up there. I'm going to be set up there on Saturday from 10 to 7. So Friday 10 to 7, Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 12 to 5. I will personally be there on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Once I know where I'm at, I will post it on my Facebook page and let you know. But I would love for you to stop by and say hi. I'd love for you to check out some of the product that I have available. I will also have some finished goods, not a whole lot, but enough. So I'd love to see you. So yeah, I'm going to try to come live on Friday so I can get a few more projects knocked out because I have so many transfers that need to see the light of day and I need to get them done. So with that, I'm going to hop off. I'm going to go get some ice cream. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.